5 Jack Reacher books that Amazon's Reacher cannot skip, and 5 it can. Amazon's Reacher series doesn't seem to be interested in adapting every single one of Lee Child's novels, but there are certain entries in the series that the show just can't skip over. Child's novels often tell completely separate stories that don't influence the rest of them, which makes it easier for readers to jump in at any point. But some of the books have major plot points that need to happen in the show. Jack Reacher's journey is a complex and fascinating one, and certain things need to happen for the depth of his character to shine on the show. The first season of Reacher was a loose adaptation of Killing Floor, the novel in which Jack Reacher first appeared. It serves as a great way to establish the character, introduce his backstory, and display his talents for the first time. However, instead of moving straight into Die Trying, the story of Reacher's Season 2 is said to be inspired by Bad Luck and Trouble, the 11th book in the series. This obviously leaves a huge gap and proves that Amazon's show isn't worried about skipping books, which raises some concerns for fans of the character. Although Season 2 is technically going to take place after Tripwire, this is one of the stories that Reacher will need to revisit in the future. It could be done through flashbacks, or even an entire prequel series, but it's an integral story in Jack Reacher's journey. It's the third story in the series, often cited as the best, and follows Reacher as he's pulled out of retirement when somebody hires a private detective to find him. Not only is Tripwire one of Child's most exciting books, but it also features some of the most dramatic moments in the entire series. Echo Burning is the 5th book in the series, and it comes at a point when Child's stories were just beginning to run out of steam. They would later pick up again once he figured out what to do with the character, but Echo Burning is just more of the same. It's an interesting story about a woman whose dangerous husband has just been imprisoned, but it does very little to actually serve Reacher's personal narrative. Reacher Season 2 will replace several characters, but it needs to keep the main cast the same in order to succeed, and it's hard to see how those characters fit into Echo Burning. Never Go Back is the 18th book in the franchise, and it's also the culmination of one of the few running threads in the series. It brings together story aspects from 61 Hours, Worth Dying For, and A Wanted Man, serving as a kind of grand finale to this particular narrative arc. Obviously,